They said the case was closed. They said the man was guilty. But they forgot one witness, a puppy who refused to stop searching until justice opened his cell door. Jack was 30 years old, and for the first time in his life, he felt complete. Not because he had wealth or status, but because every evening, when he opened the door of his small home, a German Shepherd puppy came running toward him like the world had finally made sense. Buddy was still young, clumsy in his movements, ears too alert, eyes too honest. To Jack, Buddy wasn't just a dog. He was family, purpose, and comfort stitched together in fur and loyalty. They saved each other in quiet ways. Jack talked to Buddy after long days, sharing worries he never trusted another human with. Buddy listened without judgment, responding only with a wagging tail and eyes that promised understanding. Nights were spent with Buddy sleeping beside Jack's bed, rising at the smallest sound, guarding a man who never asked for protection but received it anyway. Love grew between them, not loud, not dramatic, but deep enough to hurt when tested. The day everything broke began like any other. Jack was getting ready to leave when the sound of sirens cut through the air. Buddy barked once, sharp and uncertain. Before Jack could calm him, the door burst open. Police officers entered, faces hard, voices cold. Accusations followed, words Jack barely understood. A fake case, lies dressed as law. He tried to explain, tried to reason, but truth had no place in that moment. As the handcuffs closed around Jack's wrists, Buddy froze. The puppy stepped forward, ears pinned back, eyes wide with terror. He didn't bark this time. He didn't growl. He just stared at Jack, confused, shaking, searching his face for reassurance. Jack knelt as far as he could, meeting Buddy's eyes, forcing a smile he didn't feel. "It's okay, Buddy," he whispered, though nothing was okay. The officers pulled Jack away. Buddy lunged forward, nails scraping the floor, crying out as Jack was pushed into the police van. Through the small window, Jack watched Buddy shrink in the distance, still standing there, still waiting, still believing this separation was temporary. But it wasn't. After Jack was gone, the house lost its warmth. Jack's family lived there, but Buddy was invisible. No one filled his bowl on time. No one spoke his name with affection. His bed was moved aside like it never mattered. The laughter Buddy once knew vanished, replaced by indifference. Nights stretched endlessly. Buddy slept lightly, waking at every sound, convinced Jack would return if he stayed alert. He waited at the door every evening. Days turned into weeks. Hunger became familiar. Loneliness settled deep into his bones. Buddy whimpered softly at night, missing the steady presence of the man who used to whisper promises into his fur. He didn't understand prisons or false cases. He only understood absence. One evening, after being ignored once too often, Buddy made a choice. He walked out of the house quietly, without anger or fear, only heartbreak. The road outside felt vast and dangerous, but it carried one hope the house no longer did: Jack. Buddy began walking, then running, then waiting. Roads became his home. Dust coated his fur. Hunger thinned his body. Still, he searched. He followed every car. Every passing man made his heart race. Some looked similar. Some smelled almost right. Buddy chased vehicles until his legs shook, collapsing by the roadside, eyes still fixed on the distance. People noticed him, his persistence, his sadness. Many offered food. Some offered homes. A few wanted to adopt him, promising safety and warmth. Buddy refused them all, not because they were cruel, but because they weren't Jack. Time was unforgiving. Buddy's body weakened, but his purpose didn't. He learned the rhythm of traffic, the sound of sirens, the smell of uniforms. He slept lightly, always ready to rise. Hope hurt, but it kept him alive. Then one day, everything changed. A police van passed slowly down the road. Buddy's ears snapped up. His body stiffened. The smell, metal, authority, confinement, and beneath it, something that made his heart explode. Jack. Without thinking, Buddy ran. Pain vanished. Fatigue disappeared. He followed the van through noise and chaos until it stopped at a police station. Ignoring shouts, Buddy rushed inside. He followed the scent through halls until he reached a cell. Inside, a man sat quietly, thinner, tired, but unmistakably Jack. Buddy cried out, a sound full of suffering, hope, and love all at once. Jack looked up, disbelief freezing him in place. Buddy, the puppy, pressed himself against the bars, tail shaking violently, eyes wet with joy. Jack dropped to his knees, hands reaching through the bars, tears falling freely. They didn't need words. Their reunion spoke louder than any testimony. Police officers stood watching. Some felt their throats tighten. Others turned away, wiping their eyes. What they saw was undeniable. Loyalty untouched by time. Love untouched by injustice. Questions arose. Files were reopened. Evidence was re-examined. The fake case collapsed under scrutiny. Jack was innocent. When the cell door opened, Jack walked out with dignity restored. Buddy walked beside him, no longer chasing shadows. Officers released Jack with respect, some saluting quietly. Not the man, but the bond that revealed the truth. Outside, sunlight felt warmer. The road no longer called Buddy's name. He had found what he was waiting for. Love had endured fear. Loyalty had survived abandonment. And in the end, it led the truth home. This story reminds us that loyalty doesn't ask questions. It doesn't understand laws, prisons, or lies. It only understands love. While humans doubted, moved on, and forgot, a puppy waited, searched, and believed. Sometimes the purest truth comes not from evidence, but from a heart that refuses to give up. If Buddy's loyalty touched your heart, please like this video. It helps stories like this reach people who still believe in love and justice. Subscribe for more real stories of hope, loyalty, and second chances. And if you believe dogs are family, leave it in the comments.